Selling on the internet has digitized various professions, and in the realm of adults over 18, it's no exception. Platforms like OnlyFans, Patreon, and many others have become increasingly accepted by the general public, becoming part of our pop culture. And you know why? Because they generate a lot of money. These platforms represent one of the greatest marketing tricks in history, and there are valuable lessons to be learned. You might think you know what's going on, that these platforms are the evolution of adult content as we knew it before, a way for women to achieve financial freedom with their own bodies. Nothing wrong with that, right? However, what you probably don't know is that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The real moneymakers are not even the women facing all the repression. This is one of the biggest traps of the 21st century. And today I'll show you what's really happening. You know this woman, right? Unfortunately, Mia Khalifa became a global celebrity meteorically by starring in an adult film wearing a hijab, a common garment in Muslim culture. She became one of the most famous actresses in the world, more internationally recognized than many Hollywood actresses. The reason we all know, but there's something you probably don't know about Mia, and it's downright scary. Despite being one of the most searched people worldwide on Google, more known internationally than various global celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, she claims to have earned only $12,000 in her entire career as an adult film actress. For someone who achieved all this success, it sounds like a joke, but this amount is extremely realistic for the industry she was in. Due to adult film piracy on free websites, actresses started getting less and less paid, making it an increasingly deplorable profession, exposing themselves absurdly for mere crumbs. Not to mention all the exploitation by producers. However, no one forces these women to enter this universe. They reach these situations on their own, seduced by the illusion of becoming beloved stars adored by all. These same women had a brilliant marketing idea. Feeling undervalued by what they were doing, many actresses left the adult market. However, they realized something interesting. These women had numerous fans around the world who would do anything to establish a closer relationship with them and continue watching their videos. So, around 2014, these actresses decided to continue publishing content, but this time for free on Snapchat, a platform exclusively for stories. People had access to their content for 24 hours, but they needed to pay their bills like any other human being. Thus, the actresses created private accounts on Snapchat, where users had to pay a specific amount to become premium fans and have access to more complete content, including the possibility of exchanging messages with them. This idea of an exclusive community, which at the time was not as explored as today, was a gigantic novelty for the adult industry. As you can imagine, this simple marketing move generated millions of dollars. The actress known as Lena Plug, famous for her liberal relationship where her boyfriend approves and likes the fact that she is used by thousands of men and documents it on the internet, was one of the first non-adult actresses to use the private Snapchat strategy. As there were already several companies managing the private Snapchat accounts of models, and Snapchat was not a platform made for this type of content, it didn't take long for someone to take advantage of this massive demand and build a better offer to supply this entire market. That's when, in 2016, Timo Stokely founded the OnlyFans company, a subscription platform focused on adult content. Quickly, everyone using the private Snapchat strategy migrated to OnlyFans, as it was a more suitable and easier to manage platform. What seemed to be just another company taking advantage of the subscription system trend, which is a great way to sustain businesses in the long run, became one of the worst creations of the internet of all time. It infiltrated every part of the internet, spreading the idea that promiscuity is something positive, empowering, and of course, very profitable. The question now is, what's the problem with that? Let them make their money if there are people willing to pay. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's where you're mistaken. All these platforms mentioned, except Twitter, are widely used by children of all ages. No one respects the age restrictions of Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and others. Just one algorithm suggestion for a child of this harmful content would be enough. Would you find it okay to normalize promiscuity for a child? And if it were your child, what kind of adult do you think she would become with that mindset? I won't delve into this further because, bizarre as it may seem, this is just the tip of the iceberg. But the thing is, OnlyFans is already ingrained in American culture, in songs, influencers, everywhere, always in the same way, glamorizing and selling adult content as something intelligent, independent, and powerful. But it's common to hear speeches from these models saying that when they go to public events, they are expected to act like the expectation generated by the content. But in reality, many of these women are normal people. Due to this stigma, they often lose friendships, families grow distant, and they are never taken seriously, always seen as a walking piece of meat, with people always thinking that you are willing to do obscene or inappropriate things. But I just wonder where we're going with all this. How far will these women endure with this non-existent personality to shield themselves from what they're really doing? And the answer is, as far as the money takes them. And it's a lot of money, right? What if I tell you it's not? As it's the reality for 99% of the girls who subject themselves to sell this way. It's not this life full of luxury as rappers and influencers preach. According to a survey by XSR US, 1% of OnlyFans creators make 33% of all the platform's money, and 10% of creators make 73% of all the money. The average salary of an adult content creator in the United States is around $0 per month. In comparison, the average salary of a YouTuber in the United States is around $5,700 per month. To give you an idea, a McDonald's employee, depending on the state, earns about $130 per day. In just 2 days, they already earn much more than an average OnlyFans model does in a whole month. Ironically, it's the men who are really making money with this, even though 85% of the highest earners on the platform are women. Men, seizing every business opportunity, create model management companies, OnlyFans agencies, and more. Guess what? They end up making 4,400 times more money than the models. So, if you're one of those guys who invests your hard-earned money in celebrities and pays for adult content, the chances are that you're talking to another guy on the other side of the screen are enormous. So, why they want promiscuity to be something normal? Women trying to normalize obscene lives, thinking it won't change anything in their personal lives, but they are also affected. In reality, this will destroy their personal lives, crushing the chance to build healthy relationships with others. Who is really interested in having an increasingly promiscuous, more liberal, and less critical society? A society that accepts anything from anyone, a society easily controlled and ready to accept manipulated narratives. Tell me down here,